95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.
It is the 2025 version of a switched at birth story. What do you even do in this situation? It's a 38-year-old woman who is suing a fertility clinic in Georgia.
A fertility clinic?
Fertility clinic.
Where are you going there for? Fertility. She got her tilities messed up. What do you mean? What's she going over there for? Fertility. Fertility. What's wrong with her tility? It ain't right. She ain't having no babies.
That's how they say it in Georgia.
What are you going to that clinic for?
Fertility.
My tility ain't right. All right. So it's a Georgia fertility clinic.
Just leave me be.
Huh? Do they call all their things like that? What's that? That's for cardiology.
Stop it.
What's cardiology? I think that's where you learn how to play cards. Okay, it's for cardiology.
It's the ideology of cards.
Yeah.
Cardiology.
That's what's she going in there for? Proctology. What's that for? You don't want to know, man. I've been in there and it gets dark. It's scary. Anyway, what do you got?
What do you think they did at this fertility clinic
in Georgia? They messed up fertility. Yeah.
They implanted the wrong embryo, and she gave birth to someone else's baby.
Oh, my God. This is a nightmare.
It's a total nightmare.
Whose baby is it? She carried it, but it was somebody else's zygote. Whose baby is it? This is national news. This is not a kicker. This is a big story.
So I actually saw it last night before I went to bed on Facebook, but you never can believe if that's real.
I don't know. I think everything on Facebook's real. Just last weekend I read about the pickleball tournament I won.
What?
Which is pretty good for a guy who threw his back out after a game and a half.
It was laying on the ground.
And I still won it somehow. It was on Facebook.
So she used a donor to get pregnant in 2023 and gave birth that December, but she immediately knew something was wrong because she's white.
The baby was a different color.
And the kid was not.
Oh, my God.
She'd selected a donor with dirty blonde hair, blue eyes, so she knew.
Yeah, obviously, I want an Aryan, damn it.
But she took the baby
home.
Her
friends down at the Klan meetings were not happy. She wanted a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aryan. Wow.
She took the baby home and cared for him anyway.
Obviously, you love the baby. Whose baby is it, though?
So she bought an at-home DNA test and got the results a month later. The test confirmed that
she needed a DNA test?
Well, because it also wasn't her baby. It wasn't just that they didn't choose the right sperm.
It was the wrong mom and dad.
It was, yeah.
She was a surrogate. Mm-hmm. So, like, the person whose embryo that was, they can lay claim to that embryo.
Oh, yeah. She told the clinic.
But so can she. So,
right.
So who's going to get it?
Well, we don't know yet. Everyone's lawyered up, and she's obviously devastated because she's
horrible.
Bonded with the kid, breastfed him, took him to all his doctor's appointments.
Do the other people know?
They did.
Oh, boy.
She had to give him away. She had to give him
to give back to them.
Yeah.
See, and I don't know what the right answer is.
I don't either.
That baby. How long did she have the baby in her possession?
He was about 5 months at that point.
I don't know. You love that baby about 30 seconds after it's out. You got to let the swelling go down a little.
Oh, you love that baby.
Instantly. Instantly.
It's the wildest thing.
I needed 30 seconds after seeing what I saw.
Happened, yeah.
I was like, I ain't getting involved with either of these people. That was something out of Alien. Yeah, I don't know whose baby that should be. There isn't a right answer. This is one of these situations where I say there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. All the answers are right and wrong, and all the answers aren't right or wrong.
Yeah.
Hopefully you run into reasonable people who can find a good compromise. And I think the best compromise is she single? Does she have anybody?
No.
Thruple.
A thruple.
And the dude's got 2 chicks to take care of that screaming baby. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I'm just wondering if they put her baby into somebody else. Do you do? Because that's what I'm hoping for. I don't want to go through the pregnancy.
They're just throwing embryos at the wall and seeing what sticks.
I just don't want to go through another pregnancy again.
Well, that's what you get for going to a clinic where it says on the sign up front, FER-tility. What you going there for? Fertility. What do they do? They just grab an embryo. They got a tank out for, Red Lobster with the lobsters out front. They got an embryo tank. You're like, I'll take that one. That one look good.
95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.
I've done some crazy things.
No.
In my day.
What?
Yeah, like lighting my boyfriend's stuff on fire, keying "you suck" bleep on his car. They're just like choices I've made in life where I look back and I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. Also, they weren't worth it.
Note to self, do not anger Leah.
I don't get angry anymore. Not the way that the little Leah got angry.
Oh, okay.
I had some... I don't know. What is that? Hormones? Like, what is that when you're young and you're in a relationship and you just do the dumbest...
You don't have the experiences of life to make you see that you're overreacting.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, so I definitely overreacted several times.
Now you understand that, and your brain's a little slower, so it has a minute to go, hold it. Wait. Don't stab this
Don't
person.
do this. Yeah. This guy did not have that life
that moment of clarity.
He did not. Yeah. So a man is accused of driving 700 miles all the way to Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So he was in Michigan, drove to Pennsylvania to light a house on fire where a man who was talking to his ex-girlfriend lives.
His ex-girlfriend?
Yes.
And he's just talking to her.
Just talking to her.
Yeah.
Luckily, all 6 people that were in the home survived, and the guy was arrested.
Yeah.
But yeah,
nobody died.
The
house didn't burn down.
Well, I believe that the house is not inhabitable.
Not inhabitable or not habitable?
It's uninhabitable.
It's uninhabitable.
I believe the house to be uninhabitable at this time.
It's not uninhabitable, according to Leah, who has trouble with some big words.
Oh, man.
I have one question from the story.
Well, yeah.
Do you have more you want to tell us? Or not?
No, that's about it.
I have one question. Can you answer it, please?
Why?
No.
Oh, we already know why. No, I
don't. When you give up. A guy drove all the way to Pennsylvania to light a house on fire.
Right.
Because a guy was talking to his ex.
I know the question.
What is the question?
Doesn't he know somebody who lives in Pennsylvania who could just light the house on fire for him?
Oh, you took the arson route. I was looking more for the root cause of the problem.
How did he light it on fire?
Then how to help him burn the house down.
Without driving all those miles.
You're criminal.
Gas
You're like,
expensive.
how can we save on gas yet still burn the house down? Your plan was to improve the arson plan.
And not have him...
I was looking more on the cause end of it. My question is how good is she at sex?
Oh,
right?
Yeah, right.
I'm going to drive to Pennsylvania and burn a house down because some other dude's talking to her. She must have done stuff that was just like mind-blowing, where you're like, no, I must protect the potential that one day I'll get her back. No one speak to her. I don't know what she did, but you need to learn it. You will control man.
95 Will Rock Daily Rewind.
Ryan is here, Leah's husband, had. He's a skater boy. So we're gonna have an issue here.
An issue?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the issue?
So I told her the story that Phil, not Big Poppy Phil that everybody loves, but F you, Phil.
Yeah.
Everybody hates.
Phil, everyone hates.
On the Cabin Fever Getaway because he wins all the prize. I like Phil. He shows up to everything. Whatever. So Phil told me that you were going on this. First off, Nick and Karen. Karen came up to me. We were in the swim-up bar pool. All the pools at the resort were, 85 degrees. They were nice.
Mm-hmm.
But the swim-up bar pool started the morning every day about that temperature. But by the afternoon, had warmed up to about every day about 98.6 or so.
Uh-huh.
It was about 98.6.
It was
about 98.6 or so. I don't know why it was that exact temperature. So Karen comes up to me, and she's looking at me, and we're in the swim. And I'm like, hey. She's like, hey. I go, how you doing? She said, good. I go, you went underwater, huh? She's like, yeah. I go, oh, okay. And I'm thinking to myself, who goes underwater in this pool? And I was talking about that, and Phil heard me. This is last week at the 501. He goes, well, Leah's husband, Ryan, would go under the water. And when we were kids, where you would go in the water, underwater, and you would get a mouthful of water, and you would then come out of the water and spit it at all your friends. According to Phil, you were doing that in the pee pool, in the swim pool, bar pool, in the sit and pee pool.
I'm not saying that's impossible, but I really do not remember doing that.
Leah told me that was a lie. Now this is evolving because you told her you did not do that. But you're saying,
well, anything is possible. Could I have gotten
What do you think,
pretty
Leah?
drunk
Do you
and done
think
it? Sure,
it
but I really don't remember doing that.
I could have gotten pretty drunk and done it, but I really don't remember doing that. What do you think is more plausible? That he did it and was drunk, so he doesn't remember doing it, or that Phil, for some reason, made up this lie about your husband?
My husband. I'm going with the first one. Sorry, I could see you doing something like this. I
can see Phil making that up too. F you, Phil.
To what end?
Yeah, that's a pretty deep lie.
Well, if I had to put money on it, I would bet that I did not do that.
Well, let me throw one more bit of evidence into this, and then we'll get a judgment. Here's my gavel and my plot for you, Leah.
I get to. I get to touch this.
Yeah, because I'm the prosecuting attorney here. He's the defense.
Right.
Let me give you one more little bit of evidence. Don't gavel until you make your decision.
Know.
Well, I handed her the gavel, and she's very excited about the gavel.
I didn't know anyone could touch this.
got me a gavel and a puck. Listen, here it is. One more bit of evidence, and you can make your determination. When we were at the sports bar watching, I don't know, some sport, the NFL
Football,
playoffs.
Yeah,
the NFL playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
We were at the other resort. A bunch of us were there watching the NFL playoffs. And a drink had spilled on the floor.
Not just spilled, Tom.
What?
It shattered.
A drink shattered on the floor. Were you there at that point?
I was there.
And one of the members of our party got down on the floor at the sports bar and sucked up the fluid from the floor.
From the floor.
Was that you, Ryan?
I think that was Phil.
I believe that was you.
Phil down on the floor.
I believe that was you, Ryan. Do you remember that happening?
Yeah,
That
I have video of it happening.
So what do you think?
That happened.
Leah? I'm looking.
That I remember doing.
That you remember?
Yes.
So what do you think? I have a witness that he spit the pool water out of his mouth. It's completely within character. I've proven it with another incident that he does things like that. What do you think? Guilty or not guilty?
In the case of Ryan going under the water in the pee pool and spitting it back out, this jury finds you guilty.
Oh.
Now, if you want to file a civil case, because then he kissed you.
Oh.
He was kissing you the whole week.
I don't remember that, though.
You were sucking pee face, but it didn't happen because you didn't remember it. And that, boys and girls, is why mommy drinks. Right there. Case
it kills
dismissed.
it all. Case dismissed.
All right. Thanks for coming in, pee mouth.
Yep, I'll be back.
Pee pool sucker.
I'll be back.
Urine drool. I don't know. I'm going to work on a few different ones.
I really don't think that happened.
Potty face.
No.
Yeah. Tinkle tongue.
Tinkle tongue. I like tinkle tongue. You win.
We have a winner. Tinkle tongue. Here comes little Tinkle tongue sucking up the pool water. Fun.
95 will rock. Daily Rewind.